After more than a decade serving Central Texas in the state Senate, Kirk Watson announced he's stepping down. He's taking a position with the University of Houston. He'll be the founding dean of the Hobby School of Public Affairs. Watson served as mayor of Austin before being elected to the Senate in 2007. Tom Miller talked with Watson about his time in Austin and what's ahead.
You know, you've been in Austin for most of your life. What's it like knowing that you're going to be leaving now?
Well, it's not easy. I love Austin. I would only do this if I saw it as a unique opportunity, and I would only do it by also saying thank you to the people of Austin and Central Texas who have trusted me to play a role in their lives.
Thinking back on your time in the state Senate, what are you proudest of?
Well, I'm proud of a whole lot of things. One is I'm proud of the relationships I have. But I'm also very proud of some of the legislation we've passed. For example, in this last session of the legislature, what we did with regard to open government so that Texans have greater accountability and transparency in their government.
What are some of the things that you wish you'd been able to get done?
With regard to sexual assault and trying to do what we need to do and should be doing to empower survivors is dealing with the definition of consent in our penal code. I think we've got people's attention, but we weren't quite there.
You have some huge achievements like the Austin State Hospital, the Dell Medical School. Who picks up the torch from here?
Oh, I'm going to let, if anybody wants to run for office, has that opportunity to run for office, and I'm going to let the people of Austin, who I think do a good job of discerning who they want to be their leaders and be involved in their lives, they'll make that decision.
Watson's term runs through 2022. He's stepping down early. The governor has to call a special election to fill the Senate seat. One possible date is May 2nd. That's the state's next uniform election date after next month's primary. The winner of the special election would serve the remainder of Watson's term. Several Democrats already announced they could join the race to take Watson's seat. The list includes two current Texas House members. Representative Gina Hinojosa said she's seriously considering a Senate run. Hinojosa said she'll make a decision once the special election date is set. State Representative Eddie Rodriguez called Watson his mentor and said he's also considering whether to run for the seat. But it's not just state lawmakers. We've heard from city council members in Austin and Pflugerville, the Travis County judge, and at least two attorneys who say they're all considering whether to get in the race. Watson says April 30th will be his last day in office.